Hello YouTube world and welcome back to the channel. This time it's a mild rant. This isn't like some fancy gameplay where you're gonna get really excited. I just want to talk to you about my impressions now that I've been playing Red Dead on and off for a couple of weeks, the offline that is. I did some story missions. Anyways, we'll turn off the camera for now. Take a load of the whole screen here. You'll notice that there's stranger missions that you can, do. And they can be pretty fun. I mean, they're quests that you can just keep randomly doing. My problem is going from one location to the next. It can be pretty far. From what I remember on GTA 5 online, it was a lot more, what would be the right word here? Streamlined? Is that the word I'm looking for? It was just easier to do jobs or any type of mission. You didn't have to physically actually go to the place to do them. Now, a lot of people will say here, well, you can just do this here. You can do quick join. You could do a showdown. You could do a showdown large. This is like the 16 on 16 or 32 on 32. You could do some races or story mission on call. Well, here's my thing with that, and I understand this is the beta, but I still can't help but compare this to GTA 5 Online. So if I go to, where is this? Progress. 75% story mission. I don't know where the other missions are. So far there's only like 6 missions that you can replay. See, replay mission. You can make a little bit of money there. You can roam around. But the world just feels kind of like empty, you see, because at first I praised it because I was like, oh wow, this is a lot of fun. And here's the thing, I am having fun. And no, I'm not really going anywhere in particular. I'm just figured you might want to watch this beautiful scenery instead of staring at my ugly mug. So, my thing is that the game feels a little bit empty. As people have reported, and of course I feel the same, so yes, I am reading something from somebody else, but they are my exact thoughts as well, but they're already all written down. It saves me the problem of having to do it so that I can touch on everything that I want to kind of rant on about. Basically, a person said, free roam ultimately is boring and feels empty. I do kind of agree with that. I do feel like there's a lot less going on in the free roam. I mean, you will see some, some NPCs, but you can't really interact with them. I mean, you can do, you could do a few emotes, but it's not the same as story mode. Also, it's really simple and exploring the map. It's not as fun as GTA 5 Online, the person said. I really do enjoy the gun-specific deathmatches of Red Dead, and that I do agree with. I am having a lot of fun with that. You'll be placed in random parts of the world, and you'll have, just an all-out brawl, 16 on 16 or 32 versus 32. They have the right idea when it comes to that, but they need more of that, and I agree with what they said here. This is just some stuff on Reddit. But ultimately, the beta just feels empty, hence why it's a beta. And I'm like, sure, but a beta, I mean, it is just that, and you can't fully critique it until you get, the actual full release. And, now I'm going to go back here for the fun of it, just while I'm talking. But hopefully they add more stuff in. And, I mean, I'm sure they will. Look at GTA 5 Online when it first came out half a decade ago. I mean, it was riddled with bugs and stuff, but it seemed like there was a lot more to do. Then, the other thing I want to mention is it does seem like there's a lot less NPCs. The economy is whack. I mean, you kill someone, you loot them, you get like 10 cents, 12 cents. Meanwhile, it costs $15 to travel to your camp from a fast travel point. I mean, just take a look at this. You just take a load of this. Really? 8 cents? That's what I got, is 8 frickin' cents. Now, I get it, you can do the missions and all that. I just feel like everything's imbalanced, because in story mode, everything just seems to just really just work out well. And, let me look at, yeah, the NPCs are too limited. What bothers me 10 times more is not being able to interact with them like in story mode. Right. And I do agree with that. It just feels really dry. Another person, even though I feel the same way, I still want to credit the person that actually wrote this word for word. Even though I'm just narrating what they said, it is truly how I feel. This person said, you know, your cores drain faster, which is absolutely true. I mean, even when I'm not getting hit or attacked and I'm barely sprinting, I feel like I have to eat a lot more to keep my cores up. So that I absolutely agree with, because there's nothing to disagree with. It's a fact. I've had horses' bonding level go backwards inexplicably, which is true, because every time I, like, tap my horse and, you know, it goes, oh, you've reached level 1 bonding. Do you know how many times I've reached level 1 bonding with my horse? Man, I'd be at, like, level 30 by now if it just kept going. But, unfortunately, that is the reality. I've had the wardrobe gray out in my coats tab so that I couldn't unequip my coat and I was just stuck being hot. That's very true. I've noticed lootable spaces are gutted. Much less to loot. Simple things like fishing are locked behind ranks. Some campaign clothing is unavailable in multiplayer and vice versa. I mean, I can understand why they have a locked progression. It gives you something to work towards. So, I mean, I do understand why they did that. But let's talk about the loot thing. Gutted. That is very true. When you roam around, you simply just can't kick in any door. As a matter of fact, it seems like a lot of houses that I go to try and loot or enter, watch it make a liar out of me and it'll let me enter this one. But, yeah, there's just a lot of doors. There's houses I felt like I remembered. Watch this door open. It's going to completely go against what I'm trying to show you. But you try to open a door like this and it would be locked, but yet in story mode it would be unlocked. Some of them. I think this one's also locked in story mode. But the point is when you go in, there's just a lot less stuff to loot. And when you loot people, you're not really seeing a lot. Patting your horse is on an even longer cooldown, and I can't even seem to do it at a speed anymore. Hunting only yields 1 meat per kill, unlike single player. Yeah, so, and I agree with that, because again, it's a fact. You do get a lot less. You can't, you also can't just set up a camp and start cooking. See? You have to move your camp, which is kind of really annoying, because when you look at your map, every time you play, your camp is just in a different location, and it costs like $15 to go to it. See? There's my camp right there. Now, we could joke around and say it's in West Elizabeth, so why don't you just free roam in West Elizabeth? And sure, I could probably do that. But, let's see what else. I'm kind of wishing they balanced things around single player, which is true. That, and half the time I'm paranoid about being shot in the face while I'm out doing anything. I don't hate it. I actually think it's loads of potential. Just needs some serious tuning. Right, so that touches... See, that's why I'm reading other people's comments, because even though that's how I feel, I'm also forgetting things I wanted to mention. There is no solo session. You have to glitch the game, or whatever, with a random stranger mission you've never done, to get your own private solo session. Because there are times where you just want to play alone, you want to do a little mission, and you can't do that because you can't do your own solo mission. Like in GTA 5 Online, and I could admit, I'm not, the best, the best player, especially when I'm talking and recording. I get my brain's like going 100 miles an hour. But in solo session, online for GTA 5, I'm able to never get trolled. And I can do all the missions and everything with me and a friend or whatever. And I don't have to worry about, in the free roam, getting ganked. Because I'm unable to get good, as people would say. And again, it's all about options, right? Just the more options you give people, it's simply better. it caters to more people. If you offer a PvE and a PvP way to play the game, you're catering to both people. You want to just PvP, then play the PvP. Not everybody wants to just PvE, and then vice versa. So I think they really need to work on adding those features. And again, I get it's beta. I mean, as I'm just roaming around, it is fairly smooth. My character hasn't magically been deleted. So there are some positives, you know, along with this. And I'm sorry, like I said, if the gameplay's boring, it's just me kind of like roaming around doing nothing. I just felt that while I'm talking, instead of just showcasing my face, I would actually just kind of show the game. And just something to look at to get distracted by. But I am going to stop moving around, and I'm just going to look and see what else they say here. Also, the damage nerf on the guns, 6 chest shots with a repeater. Certain guns have less ammo. Volcanic pistol has 4 shots. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's just, you know, there's a lot of little things that need adjusting. Like I've already mentioned, and how long have I been ranting on now? For 11 minutes. How do I do it? I always get afraid I'm not even going to be able to talk for 2 minutes, and I always end up rambling on for over 10 minutes. I never cease to get amazed by that. But, anyhow. So that's just a bit of a rant. I might have left out some stuff. Again, I'm not, you know, shitting on the game. I really do like, Red Dead Online. But, at the same time, like the potential, right? Because I really do like the gunfights, like I said. I'm just going to go to story to exit. But yeah, so let me know in the comments section. This is what I want to know as part of the discussion. What do you think of the online? Do you feel it's lacking? Are we looking at this wrong? Is it, are we being too critical because the game is only in beta? And surely they're going to, you know, they're going to add a lot more. But again, I'm comparing day 1 GTA Online and day 1 with the beta. But we're comparing a beta. There was no beta from what I remember in GTA 5 Online, but still one can't help but do the comparison. And like I said, I'm stuck at 75% story mission. I can't seem to unlock the rest. So that's it for me. And as usual, if you like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. And if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, everybody. And I shall see you all in the next video.